You see, now, this is exactly why I haven't made my top 10 films of 2016 list yet. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Men vs. Movies. I'm Griffin, as always, and today I am so excited to finally be bringing you my review of Martin Scorsese's latest picture, Silence. Now, Silence has been a film that has been in the works for some time now for Martin Scorsese. It's very personal to him, and it was a movie that he wanted to do, but he wanted to do it right. So that's why it's kind of been years in the making, and it's finally great to see this film come to fruition, be on the big screen, and this movie was fantastic. Before I tell you exactly why I thought this movie was so damn snazzy, I'm going to hit you with a synopsis on what exactly this movie is about. So Silence, as I mentioned before, is directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver, Liam Neeson, and those are the really main players in this film. The movie is about two Portuguese Jesuit priests who go to Japan during the early 1600s in search of their lost mentor, who they've kind of not heard from in some time. The Christian faith, to put it simply, has not been received well over in Japan, and thus has led to a lot of executions of Christians, of priests that were going over there. So these two priests encounter that while they're in Japan searching for their lost mentor. And while they're struggling to survive over there, Andrew Garfield's character goes through some seriously deep philosophical questioning of his religion, his faith, if he's really doing the right thing in being there and preaching the Christian faith. And it becomes very much a spiritual journey for his character. That's kind of the basis of what's going on in that movie, just kind of setting the stage for you all. So I'm going to tell you why Scorsese's latest picture is one of the best of the year, so let's start out with these positives. Going into Silence, I was expecting a lot, because this is Martin Scorsese we're talking about here. The guy really does not make bad movies. And like I said, Silence is no different. I think Silence is not only one of the best films of 2016, it's one of the best films that Martin Scorsese has ever made, and it's evident by that because it was such a personal film for him to make. He put a lot of care into this movie. It's masterfully crafted. We've got amazing performances here from Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver. Liam Neeson is good. He's not in the film enough to warrant talking about, but the guy who plays the Inquisitor, who are the people persecuting these Christians over in Japan, was phenomenal. Me personally, I would nominate the guy for Best Supporting Actor, but I don't think that he's going to, just because that's kind of a really crowded category this year. And Andrew Garfield, this may be the best performance I have ever seen from Andrew Garfield, period. The guy has been in two incredible films this year, Hacksaw Ridge and now Silence, and I actually think he outdid himself in Hacksaw Ridge. I really hope this guy gets nominated for one of the two, but he truly deserves to be nominated for Silence. This film is also incredibly heavy and dense because it's talking about religion, obviously, and how different cultures receive religion. And the story is really about this main character who's presented with some spiritual questions. He's having his faith tested in the most extreme ways possible. And I think it's actually a topic that's pretty relevant today. So I found the movie to be moving in that regard. I think a lot of people, whether they are religious or not, are definitely going to be able to relate to this film and the main character's struggle. And especially if you are a person of faith, you're going to be able to relate to this film a lot more. Now, it's not only the story and the performances that are really breathtaking in this film. We've got some seriously gorgeous cinematography here. I don't know who did the cinematography for this film, but he or she did a pretty damn good job with the movie. Everything felt very realistic. The time period was presented beautifully. The thing that I also liked about this movie was that even though it was a Martin Scorsese film, it really didn't feel like it at all. I think this is Scorsese's first film that really doesn't feel like he made it. Other than the length, which the thing's clocking in around 3 hours, it doesn't feel like the guy touched the film. And I think that might be one of the reasons why I really enjoyed it, because it was a different kind of thing for him to do. I mean, obviously he did The Last Temptation of Christ. That was really good. But this one was just so much better, and it didn't have that Scorsese stamp on it. Yeah, I just mentioned the film's clocking in a little under 3 hours, which I get it. That's a long time for a movie. We all don't want to be sitting in a theater for that time. But the movie has you engaged from the get-go. It's a riveting, emotional journey for Andrew Garfield's character and for the audience themselves, And the time just flies by. I really did not feel like I was in the theater for 3 hours or about 3 hours, and that's a testament to how good of a director Mr. Scorsese is. He knows how to work a film that's almost 3 hours long. And this is a film that is primarily dialogue. There's not a lot of action. There's not a lot of moving pieces per se. It's just a lot of drama, dialogue, and a spiritual journey. So those are really my main positives with the film. So let's move into maybe some negatives that can be seen with this film. I don't necessarily have anything wrong with this movie, but I'm going to point out some things that some people might struggle with. For the third time now, the movie is about 3 hours long. So if you're not a fan of a 3 hour long drama that's heavy in dialogue, aka a Tarantino film or a Scorsese film, this probably isn't for you. And with that, the movie is a slow burn. As I mentioned before, it consists primarily of dialogue. And if you don't like slower moving movies, you might get a little, antsy in the theater. But I gotta say, for myself and for I think most people, it's gonna be worth it. A lot of people are gonna walk out of this movie incredibly moved by what they just saw on screen. So after all that good stuff's out of the way, I'm ultimately going to be giving Silence Supercharged, because this movie is seriously supercharged full of brilliant filmmaking. If you have a chance to go check out Silence, go see it. I know it's not playing in a lot of theaters. I was very fortunate to be able to go see it when it comes out, if it comes out, when it's on Blu-ray. Give it a rent. Go buy it. It's really quite good. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this review of Silence. Let me know your thoughts on the film if you have seen it in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more movie reviews. I'm going to be putting another one out here soon for a Monster Calls. You want to talk about an emotional journey? Wow. Also, be sure to like Men vs. Movies on Facebook, follow us on Twitter simply by searching Men v Movies, and if you like me specifically and you like what I have to say, you can always give me a follow on Twitter at Griff Schiller. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this review. Catch you next time. Take care. I'll see you later.